When Arn and I were buried in all of that wreckage, we didn't dig ourselves out. We had help.
From who?
Someone who loves you.
Kira.
It's been so long.
Travel to your base on Odessen. It should be safe for us to talk there.
About what?
The final gruesome weapon of Tenebrae.
You were uniquely positioned to ensure an Imperial victory on Corellia. You failed to do so. Explain.
Consider this my resignation. It's still hard to believe that you're both back after all this time.
To be fair, we weren't the ones who disappeared in the first place.
True. We weren't the ones who charged away aboard an exploding ship.
All of those years without you. It wasn't easy. I was a nervous wreck, wondering what had really happened to you. I guess what I'm saying is, never worry me like that again, okay?
I've waited a long time for you to come back to me, Kira.
We have a lot of catching up to do, don't we?
Why don't you tell me what's been going on?
As I told you on Carrick Station, Tenebrae's last gruesome weapon. He sought immortality, but only his endless spite survives now. In your absence, I received guidance from an old ally. The path to our enemy's ultimate death was unfolding, and we had a crucial part to play. Tenebrae hid his original body where no one could harm it. As long as that body remained in stasis, the galaxy's greatest evil could never truly be killed.
Unless we destroyed Tenebrae, the fight against Valkorion would never really be over.
Since Valkorion is gone, I assume you succeeded.
We did. As we later learned, we destroyed his first body just as you purged the last vestige of his twisted spirit from your mind. That is when his final weapon was unleashed. A Sith ritual, carved into his very flesh, unleashed an ancient plague from every molecule of his decaying corpse.
We were both knocked out cold, comatose for more than a year. Satil Shan was the one who finally pulled us out of that nightmare, and started a new one.
Since we had both been vessels for Tenebrae's power in the past, we were both protected to a large degree, like a vaccine. But Satil had no such protection, nor did any of her followers. Within days, they were all laid low, trapped in a nightmarish slumber. In helping us, they are knowingly doomed themselves.
This ritual, what can you tell me about it?
Nothing. We lost consciousness even as we felt it taking shape. The infection is worsening. There is a darkness growing among the afflicted.
We can feel their minds connecting, communicating. We're afraid they might be merging somehow.
Merging into what? Another Valkorion? Is this plague bringing him back somehow?
It's too early to make that conclusion. Whatever it is immensely dangerous. We must stop it.
How?
We loaded Satil and all of her followers onto a transport to keep them quarantined, along with a few med droids to tend to them. The transport is programmed to fly a random course through unsettled sectors of the Outer Rim, all weeks away from civilization. I can send a signal to alter the course, bring it to another empty system that's closer so that we can meet it in a shuttle.
We board the ship and connect our minds with yours through the Force. Together, we will face this entity and purge it from existence. And if we cannot purge it, then we destroy the transport and hope we've ended the old monster's schemes forever.
Valkorion was in my mind for a long time. What if connecting with this entity makes it stronger instead of weaker?
It won't. That is why we tested you as we did. To make sure that no trace of him remained. You will not strengthen this entity. Only destroy it.
It'll be a while before the ship comes back into range. Scourge, did you...
Yes. There is a private matter we should discuss. The sooner the better.
Nice digs. Sure beats where Scourge and I stayed for the last few years. You know, I wasn't exaggerating earlier. I really would have torn through the galaxy to get you back. Even stole a ship to rescue you. Till Scourge talked me down. For a Sith, he's kind of a wet blanket. Point is, nothing felt right without you. Life just lost its color, you know?
I'm sorry I put you through that.
No, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. I'm trying to tell you how much I love you. Every night I went to sleep missing you. And then I woke up missing you. Even after all these years, it's never gotten any easier. But now you're finally here, right in front of me, and I'm trying to be a good Jedi and control my emotions, and it is killing me. Do you know how badly I want to kiss you? Pretty bad.
I love you, Kira, and I'm not holding back anymore. The Force will understand.
Thank the stars. Feels like the future is finally starting, and we're in it together. Till the end.
We should talk. With your previous relationship renewed, it would seem that ours has run its course. Let's not belabor the situation with arguments or excuses. Agreed?
I owe you an apology, whether you want one or not. You've been so supportive. You deserve better.
Deserve is a crutch for the weak. I take happiness where I can find it. I can't blame you for doing the same. I wish you the best.
What you've built here is no small feat. You've done well for yourself. Destroying the Emperor, claiming his throne. You have accomplished even more than I'd hoped for.
I couldn't have done it without you, even if I didn't know it all this time.
I swore I would help you defeat him, and I don't make promises lightly. There is something else I wish to speak with you about. The Emperor's destruction had a profound effect on me. Something beyond the disease his death unleashed. My immortality is gone. For 300 years, I thought I would be content to accept my end, should the time come. But my new mortality has unforeseen effects.
Like what exactly?
Emotions and sensations I'd long forgotten have taken hold again. I am compelled to fight for something I believe in, and I have realized how important to me our old crew had become. Especially you, Jedi. I feel the need to remain by your side, and I don't know what to make of it. But I would do anything to keep you safe. Do you understand?
The most important part of life is the bonds we form. You finally feel that.
It will take some getting used to. But I'm already beginning to like it. I cannot predict what the future holds. But I will be here to help you face it.
Looks like your guests from Task Force Nova are finally here, and they picked up a stray. Patching you through now.
Commander!
General Dayrun, is everything all right?
I apologize for the delay in our arrival. We happened across pirates attacking a refugee ship from the Mid-Rim. Shameful. Fortunately, we intervened in time. Tau and Arn are still chasing down the pirates, but the refugees are in dire need of medical supplies and other essentials. Our ships will touch down momentarily. See you shortly.
We have plenty of supplies, General. We'll have them all treated in no time.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Such carnage. We tend to focus so much on the Sith that we forget the galaxy is full of other dangers.
It's hard, but we have to focus on the biggest threat. Otherwise, we'll get nothing done.
You're right, but I have to believe we can do more. There are quite a few supplies to distribute. Perhaps we could lend a hand before we get to our other purpose here.
Of course. Let's do whatever we can.
I can't think of a more worthy start for Task Force Nova. Shall we? Our victory on Corellia still has the Empire reeling. Our forces have made significant gains in the Atravus, Bormia, and Anoad sectors. Morale is higher than ever. Our task force will be staged for success right from the beginning.
Finding Jedi who've been in hiding for years is going to take a lot more than moving into a few territories.
Yes, but the search will be much simpler in areas free of Sith interference. Certainly an advantageous start. Aside from the occasional pirate, supply and communication lines between Odessan and Republic Command appear to be secure. I've gathered an initial complement of security personnel and patrol ships to be stationed here. Dossiers and technical specs have already been forwarded to your staff for review.
It would seem prudent to station additional forces here as well, to support any urgent missions that come up.
We'd welcome anyone you can send.
Perfect. I'll send the transfer orders right away.
Word of the victory on Corellia has spread, and a number of Jedi in hiding have returned to the fold. Even so, many of them have seen so much war. They're hesitant to return to positions on the front lines. We can certainly find other ways for them to contribute, but I fear the precedent we'd be setting. To defend the Republic is the duty of all Jedi.
We can afford to give them time to recenter themselves before they resume combat assignments. Jedi have more to offer than their lightsabers.
True enough. I only hope they rediscover their full potential soon. The Republic needs us all.
I believe that covers our most pressing issues.
Any word on Darth Malgus? I haven't heard anything since Corellia.
None, which is very strange. He should have returned to the front lines by now, even if his wounds were severe. I only hope we can determine his next move before he strikes again.
Aaron, what's wrong?
It's him. Malgus.
Malgus? What do you mean? What about him?
He's almost here. I can sense him. He's coming to Dantooine.
Then let's be ready.
We've waited too long as it is. Something is wrong.
I'm sure of it.
Smashing up the place isn't gonna solve anything. We'll find the ship. It's gonna be all right.
I take it there's no sign of the transport with Satele and her followers.
Nothing. It isn't responding to our signals. And we've already checked the next scheduled stop. No sign.
Which leaves just about 200 or 300 systems to search.
There must be another way!
I've never seen you so... expressive.
Ah, these damned emotions!
All we can do is start searching from the ship's last known coordinates, which, for us, could take forever. So we get an expert. We'll send T7 out with an escort and all the probe droids we can find. They'll cover more ground and sort through sensor readings faster than we ever could. T7 works as astromech magic, crunches the probe data to pick up a trail, and we find our missing ship in a matter of days or weeks, instead of years.
I can't think of anyone better for the job.
That's everything settled then. As soon as we get coordinates, you'll be the first to know. We'll give you some space, big guy.
That would be best.
Come on. We can find some place to disappear for a while, right?
Absolutely.
You don't demand anything, Jakaya. Certainly not from him.
If you're risking your life out there, I'll demand what the clan requires.
What's going on?
It seems I'm a child in need of a parent.
You're Mandalore, the Avenger. You have responsibilities to all of us.
So you often tell me.
Who's this?
Jakaya Ordo. One of my best. He managed to avoid my notice for too long, but now I've put him to work. Though I'm having second thoughts.
I would gladly go back to being an unknown, Great Mandalore. I prefer the talk of warriors to the endless jabbering of politics.
The curse of being skilled at both, you old rancor.
So you're the one. Not sure if I should call you Commander.
Friend is fine, if it's all the same to you.
Friend it is. Bersha in Mandoa. The fact is, I wanted to meet you. I only know your reputation. I don't know you. It's my job to take a hard look at anyone this close to Mandalore. The Jedi are skilled warriors. My armor has felt the sting of a lightsaber more than once. I respect your skill, if not your beliefs.
I've worked with Shay a long time with no problems. What changed?
You don't clean a gun when you're under fire. I keep things running around here because everything has a place. Except you. It was time to get your measure.
And?
I've seen your face. Looked into your eyes. That's what I wanted.
Satisfied?
For now.
Good. I'm sure you have more important things to do.
Some clan grumbling to track down. More than the usual complaints. Raz and I will check into it. Jakaya out.
Raz?
His brother. They're a family of Mandalorians. Lost a sister a few years back.
Something wrong?
That's the first time he's mentioned a clan issue. He oversees a lot of the day-to-day details without a word.
Let Jakaya find out more. If he's one of your best, trust him to do his job.
You're right. It's hard to sit back. But he's better at rooting out trouble. He kept an assassin's knife out of my gut more than once. You're a leader. How would you deal with unrest in the ranks?
If a group has a problem, it's usually for a reason. Maybe they see something you don't.
We have more in common than I thought. Mandalorians must be allowed to speak out, to think for themselves, to be effective. Jakaya demands order, everything working together as a whole. I understand, and it keeps it all running, but I don't work that way. Well, looks like I've got reports to review on escort missions we've been overseeing. Jakaya snuck them into the transmission. Sneaky Chakar.
I'll leave you to it.